lightning round. Stand if you worked for Habitat for Humanity for over 20 years. Stand if you milked 100 cows and rode a horseback as a saddle queen in the parades. There she is. Stand if you were in the medical field. Nice job. Okay. Stand if you delivered more than 7,300 babies. Jenny, this is for you. These are all the storks that you can... 7,300 babies. Nice goal. Wow. Stand if you were an operating nurse for 44 years. Here she is, Joanne. Stand if you worked in the hospital over 30 years, including post-care unit. Congratulations. Raise your hand at some time if you lived in a mobile home. Good job.
That's trailer crap.
Stand if sales was your career. Sales. Anybody in sales? Nice job.
All the smooth talkers.
Now this one is really important. I want you to stand if you were on patrol in the Navy for Russian submarines off the west coast, which turned out to be a family of whales. Carlin, there he is!
My boss wasn't very happy with that.
Okay, stand if you've been bowling since 1960.
Bowling?
Bowling, yeah, there you go. There's another one. Okay, stand up if you've been living on your family farm that was homesteaded 139 years ago in 1878. That's you, Diva, living on this family home farm. Stand if you've been a foster parent to over 100 children. There he is.
Come on,
She was the caretaker.
Right.
Yeah, come on, Mom. There you go. Thank you. Okay, stand if you drove a semi-truck for over 30 years. Now watch this one. If you drove a semi-truck for over 30 years, there she is. You ready for this one? Stand if you were elected mayor of Corolla, North Dakota. Corolla, North Dakota. Now, this is really important. I want anybody who happened to be in the home ec class with Smith Leverson when Tuck and David Lee decided to join home ec. Okay, these girls remember when Tuck and David were chewed out by none other than Mr. Hermansley, who pointed at them and said, "You better do the project if you're going to join home ec." So you know what they did? They made a shirt. Was it one shirt or two? Two, okay, very good. Thank you guys, that was a great class. Stand if you got married after your Oak Grove 50th class reunion. Okay, so these are the stories that you're going to find in the journal that we passed out, and there's more.
This person did double duty, and when she was serving in the serving line of cafeteria, Roger Jacobson took ketchup, drank it down, said that's the best tomato juice I've had in a long time.
Now, what teacher would that be, or what person at Oak Grove would that have been, who served in the serving line? Keep going, out loud, who would it be?
Mrs. Corey.
Mrs. Gorey! You did it! Did you know she did that? Okay, next. Go ahead, real close.
This person taught me how to change a tire. Mr. Brigham.
Mr. Ringham, that was easy. Buxton, right? Buxton, North Dakota. Okay, oh, she's gonna act, watch.
This is perhaps the best-looking musician at Oak Grove, and she was mainly involved with voice. Who? Carrie Moen.
Very good.
This was a large woman, very serious, stoic.
On your mark, you're set.
Chuck Peterson.
Terrifying, but a great teacher.
Oh,
Never cracked a smile.
Wait, two.
Miss Clucky.
Yeah, you're right.
who's Clumpy? Whoa.
Also in music, Louis Cans.
Gertie Lava. Very good. We remember.
You know, we are blessed to be here 60 years, but we are getting older. We've aged. So we are here tonight. We are here tonight to accomplish a mission. And the mission being that we're going to come around, or you're going to come up here and you're going to tell a story of something that you cannot take away from Oak Grove, something that you remember and you dwell on it. And Judy was up here and she just blew my story all to pieces. Because she talked about all the memories. Well, I was resting here a few minutes ago and I just jotted down a few things, you know, to jolt your mind so that you could...
Hope that isn't toilet paper.
So you can, you know, Kurt says, what am I going to talk about? I says, don't worry, I'll tell you. And here it is, just a few things that I thought of that I could tell a story for everybody. Remember sitting in the grass between the dormitories, you know, with a book in hand, checking out the girls? Your favorite teacher, dorm life, dining hall, snack shack, sneaking out of the dorm. Wayne wouldn't know a thing about that. Furnace room. Who all here went down to the furnace room to have a cigarette? Nobody. Sadie Hawkins Day. Sadie Hawkins Day. Prom night. First crush. You know, there is something we get to all talk about. It's a first crush. Crush. You know what a crush is? Puppy love. Yeah, okay. Yeah, crush. Okay. Raking leaves. Something I did quite often. Choir tour. Just think of the memories of choir tour. Basketball tournament. Football game. Track. I was involved in special roommates. There we go. We had a lot of special roommates. Classroom. That includes teachers. Study hall. We had some things there. Here I got down Mrs. Jackson. Mrs. I said Mrs. Jackson. And the reason why I said Mrs. because Dorothy once in a while would go out to stay with Karen Piper. And when I was a sophomore, she'd call me into the office quite often to talk to me about the birds and the bees. And she was very thorough about this. But my senior year, Dorothy and I must have been getting a little closer. I don't know, but she was getting a little more worried. And And so she called me in the last time I talked to her, and she says, we were sitting in her little apartment there by her table in the kitchen. She had a little kitchenette in there, and I know it well because I was in there quite a few times. But anyway, she says, you know, Dorothy's going out to stay with Karen again, and I'm sure you're going to see her. And she says, I'd like to talk to you about petting. And petting, she know animals, you know, petting, she said. Yeah, and I kind of looked at her kind of dumb. She says, you know, Chuck, petting is, you're probably going to be sitting with Dorothy in the dark, and you have your arm around her, and your mind will start to wander, and then your hands start to wander, and you got to be careful about this, she says. You know, you can ruin your life, you can ruin Dorothy's life, you can ruin your family's life, her family's life. You just have to be careful about this. I just thank God to this day that she never told me to quit. Skip day, remember skip day? That was fun. We took the cold showers, polishing shoes, stealing bread in the kitchen. Ruthie's basement, I got Ruthie's basement. I remember I was Ruthie, you don't remember that? We were the freshman class social directors. And I was from this little country school, you know, and I didn't know anything about socialism. Well, anyway, I went over to her basement and we'd meet as a class and she'd teach me about social life. Now I've got here probably my mentor, Mr. Peterson. Mr. Peterson told me how to do things, but he never really told me, he showed me. I can remember sitting in the grass, excuse me, because this is kind of touchy and close. But we'd sit in the grass and we'd be stretching to run the hurdles. And he'd get up and run them or show me how to run it. And he says, you know what, Chuck? When you go over the hurdle, you're in the air. And as you go through the air, you're not gaining any speed. You got to get your feet back in the ground. So you get over the hurdle, and as soon as you get over, you snap it down so you can get your feet on the ground. And you can get more speed that way. That's the way life is. We can sail along in the air like tonight, but you have to keep both feet on the ground in order to succeed. And thanks to Chuck for teaching me that. Okay?